stop. If you have a $1 bill, watch this now. These banknotes are hot. They are on fire. And if you keep watching, you might want to have some aloe on hand because these banknotes are so freaking hot, guys. Now in this video, I'm going to break down every single $1 bill you see here and what you should be looking for because these things are bringing some serious money online and you don't want to miss out. My name is James and I've helped collectors buy and sell millions in rare collectibles. All of the prices in this video are backed by real data from top auction houses like Heritage. Without further ado, guys, let's hop right into this video. So here we have a 2006 $1 bill from the Federal Reserve of Chicago. Now here's the thing, PMG graded it at an extremely fine 40. Let me put that into perspective. 1 is the lowest grade and 70 is the highest. This one is about in the middle. Extremely fine means that this went out into circulation for quite some time. People are handling this bill. They were passing it, they were paying for groceries and things like that with it. You can even see Washington there in the center. He's a bit messed up. He's worn down. He got some love into him. So why in the world would this ordinary $1 bill sell for $372? I'll tell you right now. Pay attention. Take a very close look at the serial number. So if you look closely, you'll see that it starts with a 0, then 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. This is what we call a descending ladder serial number. It is a fancy serial number. And recently, collectors have been going haywire for these hot $1 bills. Now you can see how someone could completely overlook a rare $1 bill like this. Most people don't actually know what to look for when it comes to rare $1 bills. So what I recommend doing is saving this video, going to your local bank, pick up some $1 bills, and go hunting. Hunt for these $1 bills. This is an extremely fun hobby that not many people know about. And on the plus side, it could be lucrative if you're lucky enough. And I will say, hunting for rare dollar bills like this, you have a much higher probability than you do at the slot machines gambling. Plus, it's free. You can literally go back to your bank and return the $1 bills back into your bank account. Pretty cool, right? So let's hop into the next one. $552 for this $1 bill. All right, so check this out. If you thought the last bill was rare and hard to find, this one is even more challenging. So this is specifically for the year of 1988. You can see on the bill it says 1988, and collectors call this a web note. Now, there are 3 different ways for you to see if you have a web note or not. And by the way, $552 for a very fine 30 PMG graded note. Just imagine if the condition was better. Most people don't know what to look for on these bills. So this is what you need to look for. If you have any one of these 3 things that I tell you right now, you have a web note. So look at Washington there in the center. If he looks washed out, no pun intended, you could have a web note. Next, if you look at the front plate position, typically a plate position is going to have a letter plus a number. Web notes only have a number. Lastly, look on the back of the bill. Above the word 1 to the right hand side, you're going to see a small little number. That's called a back plate position. Typically, it is not in that location. So if it's at the top right of the center, you've got a web note. Pretty cool, right? I'm going to spend 10 seconds explaining what a web note is. So in the late 1980s, the US was trying to be more efficient with how they produced banknotes. Instead of using typical printing machines, they used the same machine that they used to produce newspapers. They thought this would be fantastic. Well, it ended up being a complete nightmare for the United States Bureau of Engraving and Printing. They were having so much trouble with this machine, they scrapped it nearly immediately after. There were so many mistakes. So now you know what to look for on a web note. These bills can be worth lots and lots of money. $1,320, not much to say here outside of the fact that holy smokes, this thing got beat up like no other. I mean, look at the condition on this thing. Holy cow. Now, this one's from 1995. I can nearly guarantee you that this is what we call a pocket piece. So a pocket piece is a banknote that goes into the pocket, whether that's in your purse or your wallet or your literal pocket, and it's used to show friends and family or anyone you meet. Now, why would someone want to show this one as a pocket piece? Quite simple, actually. It's because this is a serial number 1. Serial number 1 bills are very, very rare and hard to come by. If you come across a serial number 1 bill, it's going to be worth lots and lots of money. Make sure you contact a rare paper money expert. If you don't have one, you can contact us. We have a school community down below you can join, and you'll get direct access to me. Now listen, don't be this guy. Do not be folding your bill, damaging it, making it in worse condition, because why? Why do you think I would say that? Because condition is so important on your paper money. How important? Well, if this bill was in better condition, it would have easily sold for $5,000 to $10,000. $1,000. For real. But they chose to keep it in their purse or their pocket or their wallet and share it with friends, which sure, that's great. You know, there are some people out there that just have money to blow and they don't care. So be it. But for me, I would keep this thing in pristine condition because serial number 1 bills are hard to come by, and this one sold for $1,320. All right, 1,800 buckaroos for this 1988 $1 bill. Now I'll keep it brief, but once again, PMG graded it at a choice very fine 35. That means there's probably about 5 folds on this bill. Every single fold on your paper money bill will decrease the value, so don't do that. Have you ever been to Vegas? Well, this serial number is a lucky, solid number 7 serial number. Pretty cool, right? Now I'll tell you this, you could have a solid any serial number. Solid number 1, solid number 2, all the way to solid number 9s. Now a solid zeros does not exist unless it is a specimen note, but more on that in a different video. This solid number 7 serial number sold for $1,800. Holy smokes, speak of the devil, $4,320, but this is a solid number 1 serial number. Not only that, it's in beat up condition, graded by PMG at a very fine 20. So look out for those rare serial numbers because they're selling online for lots and lots of money. Holy smokes, $6,600. Now, why in the world are all of these really rare serial numbers in such bad condition? There's a few reasons. First of all, some people just don't know. Some people are uneducated, and it's not even their fault. Nobody ever told them. You, listening to this video, are already one step ahead of the curve. Look, you can see to the left of Washington there, someone even drew a number 50 on this bill. What in the world? Why would someone do that? Couldn't tell you. Now, here's something you want to look at. After the serial number, there's a star. Now, the star stands for whenever a bill gets damaged or there's an error during the printing process, the star means that this is a replacement note for a note that was damaged or had an error. Replacement notes, or star notes, can be very, very popular and very lucrative. These banknotes are worth lots of money online, especially if it's a serial number 1 in good condition. This one got a very fine 25, and it's from 2003. Now, in the world of numismatics, 2003 is still considered to be modern, even though, while recording this video, that's 22 years ago. That is a long time ago in my eyes. But paper money goes back thousands and thousands of years. If you didn't know, actually, some of the first paper money ever produced are called Ming notes. These notes were produced with mud and trees. They're very large, very dirty, and very expensive. We'll show you a picture really quick. But hey, I'd much rather have this serial number 1 that sold for $6,600, $8,812.50. So this is interesting, guys. This bill actually sold 7 years earlier, and it sold for more money. So whoever bought this in 2015 sold it later and lost money. Huh, interesting, right? Well, most people that are buying banknotes like this are not really in it to be making money. More so, they're collectors just like you and I. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm a collector at heart, but I do like making money on my collection. So typically when I buy something, I buy it with the intent to one day, hopefully it holds its value or goes up in value, which would be even better. It's always a bit of a shame when you buy something and later down the line it's worth less money. You have to understand that when people put any sort of numismatic item into auction, they are forcing liquidity. If this person really wanted to get more money for their banknote, they could have sold it when the price was right as a buy it now auction, or in person, who's willing to pay the money. Moral of the story here is, guys, make sure you're looking at your rare $1 bills because they're selling online for lots and lots of money. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to learn more about paper money, we have a free ebook down below. Make sure you get that ebook, and we'll see you in the next one.